The Globally Harmonized System, or GHS, is being implemented all over the world. And the biggest task facing employers is how to train the workforce in this new chemical hazard communication system. In the United States alone, more than 5 million workplaces will be affected, and around 40 million people will need to be trained. The numbers in Europe are comparable. Hello, I'm David Houghton, and for more than 30 years I've worked in the field of chemical hazard training and communications. For the next few minutes I'd like to share some ideas about what to train and how to do it. It's important to do it well and to do it right. It'll make a huge difference to safety and it will improve your bottom line. When I tell people they should start training right away, they often say, well, hold on now. I want to see exactly what the regulations or directives tell me before I get started. It's a fair point of view, except that most legislation doesn't tell us the detail of what we have to train. It just says that training must be done, it must be completed in a specific time frame, usually 2 or 3 years, and it must be given in a language that the workforce understands. There's not usually any detail about exactly what to teach. And that's okay, because we know from the United Nations Purple Book what it is we have to tell our workforce. Firstly, we have to explain that the 3 main hazard groups in the GHS are physical hazards, health hazards, and environmental hazards. This is different from some past systems which talked about the main hazards being flammability, reactivity, and health. So we need to do some basic explanation of the new system and how it relates to previous ones. In addition, we must describe the 9 hazard pictograms and how they relate to the 3 main hazard groups. Some people say to me, suppose my jurisdiction doesn't adopt the environmental part of the GHS. Does that mean I don't have to teach it? My advice is teach it anyway, because sooner or later your workforce is going to see the environmental pictograms and they need to know what they mean. And always remember that GHS is a work in progress. So while your jurisdiction may not adopt certain parts of it today, in the years ahead they are likely to do so as the world moves closer to a fully harmonized system. Training must explain the information found on a GHS supplier label, in particular the hazard and precautionary statements and the meaning of the signal words warning and danger. Training also needs to include any alternative types of labels or placards that we use in-house. Finally, the training program needs to teach your workforce about the new 16-section format and content of a GHS-compliant safety datasheet. All the safety datasheets, no matter where they come from, will have information listed under the same headings in the same order. Training on SDSs needs to cover not just hazard recognition, but also the precautions needed to avoid the hazards and work safely. So now we know what to train. How do we do it? What key features should we look for when shopping for a program? The best way to remember what to look for in a training program is to use the acronym SAFE, S-A-F-E. S is for simplicity. Select a program that keeps the material clear and simple using plain everyday language and attractive illustrations. A is for audience. Select a program that provides the various language options you need, English, French, Spanish, or whatever. Also select a program that allows you to customize the content for different audiences. There will be those in your workplace who need detailed and intensive training because of the nature of their work or the level of responsibility. But there will also be those who only need very basic training on the main points. Make sure the program you pick can accommodate these variable needs. And always select a program that provides the opportunity for your audience to participate, such as by presenting the hazards or precautions they find on an SDS. Giving people something to do is how they learn. The way the program is delivered is at least as important as its content. F in our acronym is for flexibility. Select a program that allows delivery in several formats, traditional classroom, CD, online, and so on. Also select a program that permits delivery either all at one shot or over several days or weeks in short sessions. Flexibility allows you to schedule the training around your production and manpower needs. The E in our SAFE acronym is for expandability. You know, there's little point in teaching people how to recognize hazards if we don't teach them how to avoid them. So select a program that allows for expansion by insertion of site-specific training. This is a huge opportunity to review your respiratory protection program, your safety management systems, your standard operating procedures, and so on. Take full advantage of the chance to do this. So I hope this short clip helped clarify what to train and how to do it. It's a big task, so remember, start your workforce training sooner rather than later. And if we at Incom Manufacturing can be of any help, just look us up at ghssafety.com and get in touch. Good luck with your training. Do it well, do it right, and make a difference.